So Mike, you're doing something that a lot of detailers maybe do, maybe don't. You're clay barring. You're also doing the windows.
Yeah. So
why?
Because the glass is just as porous or even more porous than paint. When I do the wash clay seal on the paint, I just kind of do the glass at the same time instead of just coming along using a different product on the glass. I just kind of do the whole process. It just kind of helps out with the process. If you're gonna have a smooth hood and smooth door, might as well have a smooth windshield as well. Let me know in the comments down below. Do you guys do glass, or am I doing too much? Or do you guys do the same thing as well? Let me know in the comments down below.
Hey Mike, so I don't know whose car this is, but you could really hear the clay.
Yeah, it's pretty rough. It'll benefit a lot to getting a wash clay seal because it's gonna get all that contamination off the paint, get a sealant on there, and it's gonna protect the car, especially now through the summer. It's got a lot of the sun's out for a while. It's hot. You know, that paint's gonna take a beating. Now you put a sealant on there. This can protect that. It's gonna protect your clear coat on there a little bit better. You know, you see those cars that drive around that looks like all the clear coat failure on there because they don't take care of their vehicles. They don't put nothing on there. So by doing that, you're avoiding that situation.
Now, of course, you pitch that to your customer, let them know the benefits.
Yes, sir.
But what if a customer only wants the basic wash?
You know, I'm not gonna push it on them. If that's all they want, then that's all they'll get. You know, it's up to them.
All right, Mike, you're done with the drying. What's next?
I gotta do the seal. That's about it.
Now, when it comes to sealants, do you have a favorite one, or do you like switching it up?
I kind of like switching it up kind of sometimes. I mean, I do have a favorite, but I like this customer, so I'm gonna use a little bit of a better sealant, something I normally wouldn't use on a car, but since I like this guy, I'm gonna use a good one.
All right, Mike, so one thing I know about spray sealants,
Yes, sir.
there's many different ways of applying it.
Yes, sir.
Spray and rinse, spray, rinse, spray, wipe, rinse.
Yeah.
Which one is this one?
This one is a spray and just wipe. My preference is to, once the car is rinsed, I'll blow dry the car off. I rinsed the car and air dried it, so there's been no towels on the car yet to avoid minimal marring. Now with very little water left, I'm just gonna do my spray sealant. I have a couple of hand towels, and I'm just gonna do the sealant on there and be done.
Now, there's a lot of sealants out there in the market from different companies.
Yes, sir.
What's some advice you have for somebody who wants to add these type of sealants to their packages?
Start with a cheap one, because the cheap ones work just as good. P&S Bead Maker is a good one. Start with that. That's probably the best one to start with. Bead Maker, Topper from Extreme Solutions, pretty cheap. Start with those. And wash clay seal it's almost like adding a washing wax. You know, you can add it for about $125, $150 on a car, and you can almost be done within an hour.
Not talking about sealants, we're not gonna mention no names, but have you ever used one that you're like, this is trash? Or are they all pretty good?
They're all similar. There's some that are tough to use.
Oh, you gotta watch out for those?
Yeah, you gotta watch out for them. For the mobile detailers, you know, I wouldn't recommend really doing a wash clay seal in the afternoons because, you know, direct sunlight, it could be difficult to use. You really need to be watching the temperatures. That's why I like my home-based business, because if temperatures get too hot, I can just put it in the garage, and I have AC in the garage, so.
So you don't advise people to do this in direct sunlight?
You can still do it in direct sunlight. You just gotta watch the temperature. Most people can work in direct sunlight, but the products don't work in direct sunlight with the temperatures. Most of these products are mainly only effective to about a certain temperature, to about 85, 90 degrees. You know, a lot of it's water-based, you know, so if you get a water-based product and you flash it out there at 90 degrees, as soon as you put it out, that water is gonna start drying immediately. So now you have no workability as soon as you put it down. You gotta think about that when you're out there being a mobile guy and the temperatures are getting too hot. So you need to find yourself shade, get a tent. You gotta somehow get something cooled off if you're gonna be doing this in the afternoons when the temperatures are getting hot. All right, so in this video, I did the wash clay seal. For the sealant, I used Defend from the detail firm. I only use Defend because I know this guy's pretty cool to me. Normally I use Beadmaker or I'll use Topper from Extreme Solutions. You can find all those products in my store at detailedepot.co. I use the foam cannon, the version 3 from MJJC, and then I use their soap. Except for the soap is available on my website at detailedepot.co. Let me know in the comments down below if you have any questions, concerns. How do you guys do your wash clay seals, or if you even do those at all? Also, the clay blocks, they're from the Rag Company. Those are awesome clay blocks because they have a bug scrub on one side and a clay on the other side. So you can put those in one hand and the hand towel on the other hand. You can clay and wash as you go. And then I just blow dry everything off and then come back and seal. Dude, I had this whole car done within an hour, and for 150 bucks, it's a great deal. Any questions, leave them in the comments and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.